Okay, today I'm going to do an unbiased head-to-head battle between GTA 5 and GTA 4. The rules are simple. There are 5 major categories for 2 points each, and 3 minor categories for 1 point each. One with most points wins. Starting with open world and exploration category, GTA 4's take on Liberty City was really cool. The city felt very alive with tons of pedestrians, traffic, and random events happening all around you. The map was pretty big too, with different islands and boroughs to explore like Algonquin, Broker, and Dukes. But once you spent some time in the city, you realized there wasn't that much variety in terms of entertaining exploration activities. Sure, you could take random character missions, find stunt jumps, or play pool. But a lot of the side activities like bowling or darts just didn't have great gameplay. And the city started to feel a bit repetitive and lifeless the more you traveled around. There were pockets that felt extra detailed and immersive, but big stretches of the map that were just kind of empty and boring. Now let's talk about GTA 5's San Andreas. Holy crap, the scale and detail they packed into this reimagined version of Los Angeles is just mind-blowing. You've got the iconic sprawling city of Los Santos itself, with its beautiful downtown skyscrapers and ritzier areas like Rockford Hills, contrasted with the gritty gang-controlled neighborhoods. But then you've also got the incredible varied wilderness areas surrounding the city. The rolling vineyards of Blaine County, the harsh desert landscapes, stunning mountains and forests. It's like a whole separate game to explore the countryside. And the amount of diverse stuff to actually do in San Andreas is just off the charts compared to GTA 4. You can go hiking, base jumping, cycling, watching Mexican wrestling shows, playing darts, tennis, or golf. There's awesome stranger missions and random events around every corner, like reporting a celebrity meltdown or treasure hunting expeditions. The map is also just stratospherically denser and more interactive, with cool interior locations to discover. Whereas GTA 4 had some decent variation, GTA 5 has such an incredible diversity of environments, from the eerily accurate countryside towns to military bases, prisons, cable car railways, meth labs, and more. You're always stumbling across some new weird or iconic landmark. So while GTA 4 gave us an awesome modern urban playground, GTA 5's vision of San Andreas is just so wildly beyond anything we've seen before in open-world games. The map is enormous yet shockingly dense with activities and details. 2 points to GTA 5. Next category, story. GTA 5 was mad fun flipping between those 3 player characters, but I felt like swapping perspectives all the time kept me from really caring about any one dude's journey. You know, just as I was getting invested in some deep personal drama, it was time to switch over to the next cat. By the 3rd act, the overarching story kinda devolved into that typical Grand Theft Auto nonsense of over-the-top criminal craziness. Characters were good though. GTA 4's tale with Niko Bellic though? That shit drew me in from the jump and didn't let go. Niko's messed up backstory of surviving the ugliness of war in Yugoslavia, only to chase the American dream in Liberty City. That premise alone just grabbed me right away. Seeing this dude's naive hope for a fresh start slowly get shattered by the realities of the criminal underworld was straight-up Shakespearean drama. I loved all the little character moments that fleshed out Niko's mindset as the game went on. From heartfelt chats with his goofy cousin Roman to feeling himself get steadily more jaded and ruthless alongside the loves in his life like Kate and Michelle. Niko was just so nuanced as a tortured antihero trying to escape his past sins but getting pulled deeper into the violence and moral grays. And the supporting characters only elevated that complex narrative even more. Legendary missions like the bank job, 3-leaf clover, and special side ops like that special something, yeah, you know what I'm talking about, had me hooked on seeing Niko's high-stakes rise and fall play out. 2 points to GTA 4. Now let's talk about that character flavor between GTA 4 and GTA 5. Real talk, when it comes to hatching some iconic personalities that just stick with you, GTA 5 takes the whole damn cake. Don't get it twisted, Niko Bellic was still a super compelling lead in GTA 4. That man had a straight-up harrowing backstory from the ugliness he witnessed in the Yugoslav wars. I was invested in his noble yet naive pursuit of the American dream, only to watch it all slowly spiral as the corruption and violence of the Liberty City underbelly dragged him back down into darkness. Niko had layers as a jaded anti-hero trying to break free, but forever being pulled back into the cycle. You feel me? But here's the thing. He was just one dude for us to play as. In GTA 5, though, we got a full-on trio of hilarious yet disturbing protagonists to freely flip between any time. Plus, GTA 5's supporting loons were just way more colorful and distinct across the board compared to GTA 4's mobster caricatures. Meanwhile, in GTA 4, too many of Nico's hoodlum adversaries kinda blended together as just generic ethnic criminal stereotypes without much identity outside being caricatures. I can't even really remember too many memorable personalities besides like Dimitri. But man, even the most minor weirdos like Dr. Friedlander and the Epsilon cult dudes in GTA 5 were just effortless scene stealers. And they cleverly roped in classic icons from the old games too, with Laszlo or OG Locke showing up for shenanigans. Rockstar's character game was just impeccable, with crafting both instantly parodic loons and compellingly insane protagonists you genuinely cared for. GTA 5 is the winner here. Next category is physics and mechanics. This one is close, but I gotta give it to GTA 4. See, both games are crazy good when it comes to physics, especially with their superior engines. But GTA 4 just feels different and better. People still to this day compare it to modern games, and it will feel superior. That's just how it is, in my opinion. Next, replayability. You know what? Let me walk back that GTA 5 slander a bit when it comes to replayability. The more I think about it, both games honestly give you a ton of incentives to keep coming back for more after completing the main campaigns. In GTA 4's case, having all those side missions, unique execution strats for big heists, achievements to unlock, and general open-ended sandboxing kept things pretty fresh for a good while. And yeah, revisiting Liberty City with the full weapon and safe house unlocks intact made it easy to jump right back into causing maximum carnage without too much setup. Where GTA 4 maybe fell a tad short was in adding exciting new gameplay hooks or substantial pieces of bonus content to dramatically remix the overall experience from the ground up after finishing the story. But the core appeal of that Dunami handles and weighty physics model they nailed made general open-world mayhem an absolute blast to keep revisiting. Then, you have the sheer enormity and density of content crammed into GTA 5's massive rendition of Los Santos and the surrounding countryside. This borderline unfair amount of optional side hustles, challenges, and eccentric slices of often gonzo narrative flair gives you an impossibly deep well of stuff to dig into across multiple playthroughs. Honestly, as I'm breaking it all down now, both games arm you with some slamming excuses for repeat playthroughs in different ways. GTA 4's admittedly more condensed world still rewards completionists with tight physics gameplay to revisit indefinitely, while GTA 5's is like this unmatched open-ended crime verse that Rockstar keeps injecting awesome new material into on the regular. Alright, let's talk about the gameplay mechanics between GTA 4 and GTA 5. And honestly, when you really break it down, I gotta give GTA 4 the slight edge in this category. GTA 5 played super smooth overall. The shooting felt tight and responsive. The driving mechanics were solid too, with cars handling pretty arcadey but in a fun way. And they added cool new features like switching between multiple protagonists and a first-person view option. But for me, GTA 4 just had this extra layer of grit and physicality to its gameplay that made the mechanics pop more vividly. For starters, the hand-to-hand combat system was way more developed, with Nico pulling off slick combos and counterattacks. Smashing dudes' faces through car windows felt borderline too visceral at times. Even little details like how bullet impacts would knock characters in different directions or Nico's limp animations if you took damage. It all elevated the physicality and made the gameplay feel extra immersive and punchy. Meanwhile, in GTA 5, the core movement and shooting mechanics were all super polished from a technical perspective, but it sometimes felt a bit too simplistic or safe compared to the grittier vibes of GTA 4. Things like removing the ability to disarm enemies in melee combat was a bummer. I'm not saying GTA 5's mechanics were bad by any stretch. They were extremely well executed. But that raw, almost grimier physicality of GTA 4 is what gave the minute-to-minute gameplay a bit more personality and sensational impact in my book. The overall level of polish may have been higher in GTA 5, but GTA 4's uncompromising grittiness is what made its mechanics a smidge more memorable for me personally. GTA 4 for the win. Next category is music. For real though, GTA 4 just hits different when it comes to that music game. See, in my opinion, GTA 5 had some hot tracks across those radio stations, bumping rap tunes, rock anthems, and dance beats to cruise around Los Santos too. But the vibe of GTA 4's soundtrack was just too hard. They nailed mixing hard-hitting, intense drum beats with these dark, moody string melodies and Russian folksy instrumentation. It perfectly matched the grittier, crime drama feel of Nico's whole shady world in Liberty City. Tracks like that intense Soviet connection theme and the punchy trailer music score are burned into my brain forever. That musical atmosphere just captured the grime and darkness of GTA 4's story in a way the modern hits on GTA 5's stations couldn't quite pull off. So, yeah, GTA 5 brought big-name songs to vibe out to. But for straight-up immersing me in its seedy Russian criminal underworld through the music alone, GTA 4's kick-ass instrumental score takes the easy W for me on that one. Final category. The scores are tied. This one is driving, and cars. Now, GTA 4 had some cool, realistic physics where cars felt hefty with nice weight transfer when cornering hard. The way they could lose traction on wet roads and crash impacts felt pretty impactful was neat too. But at the end of the day, GTA 5's driving mechanics were just more polished and fun overall. The cars handled responsively with an arcadey but not too over-the-top feel. Drifting around corners and pulling off sick stunts felt super satisfying. The updated vehicle deformation tech also made those high-speed wrecks way more intense visually. Cars would crumple and deform in crazy realistic ways rather than just abruptly halting like in GTA 4. Little quality of life stuff like the updated first-person view and soundtrack switching when getting in vehicles elevated the immersion too. Just a better all-around driving model in GTA 5 in my opinion. The other big win was the insane vehicle variety packed into Los Santos and Blaine County's worlds. You had such an awesome assortment of sleek supercars, beefy off-road trucks, badass motorcycles, and classic muscle cars to collect, not to mention special combat vehicles and other surprises. The scores are in and we can say, in a close contest GTA 5 won. I know some of you prefer GTA 4 and that's alright. Also, do you want to see more games in these type of deathmatch videos? Let me know in the comments. I'll see you next time. Till then, take care and have a nice day.